Hello everyone! 皆さんどうもこんにちは。外資系裏技英語、今週もよろしくお願いします。石井てるみです。そして
Hello, I'm BJ Fox. How are you going, Terumi?
Good!
Yeah?
まあまあだね。How's it going, BJ?
It is going wonderfully.
What happened?
I'm just in a good mood. You know, I always get excited when we have a guest.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We're having a wonderful guest again.
Another new guest. What I think's funny about 外資系裏技英語 is that it started out as essentially a comedy project for me and you.
そうだったの
I think so. Like,
まあコメディかける、ちょっとユースフォーなものの掛け合わせみたいなものを最初は狙ってましたよ。
yeah, but it's grown and grown and grown.
いい感じに、ちょっとね、聞いてくださる方も増えてて、ありがたいですよね。
Yeah, and I feel sometimes like we're touching people's lives.
そんなに
I do.
本当
We get nice messages.
そうか。じゃあもうすごいいい影響を与えられてるといいよね。
Yeah, people write in and say the urawazas 本当にためになる. They're really good. And when I read those comments, I'm like, really?
You're suspicious.
I'm like, are they really helping? But that's wonderful to hear, isn't it?
いや、そうよ。外資系で働いてるとか、外国で働いている日本人の方で、周りの上司とかが実はこういう裏技をいっぱい使ってるのに気づいたなんていう、ツイッターでメッセージを送ってくれた人もいましたよ。
But also recently, we've been receiving some inquiries that I feel that we can't answer by ourselves, Terumi.
BJ と私がハンドリングできない質問が届いていると、あらあら。
About looking for jobs.
仕事を探してる、英語での仕事をしたいみたいな、そういった問い合わせかな
Yeah, or like maybe looking for a job that uses English, or maybe looking for a job in 外資系. And because we've got our own backgrounds and every example is probably different, it's kind of hard to answer.
そうね。英語使って仕事したいとか、将来海外で働きたいっていう人はたくさんいますけれども、我々そこら辺そんなにあまり詳しくないからね。
And also, if you give the wrong advice, you could ruin someone's life.
いや、本当よ。責任重大よね。ちょっと無責任なこと言えない。
So we received a specific question,
Okay.
and we decided that instead of taking responsibility for ourselves in a very true Japanese business style, we are going to pass on the second into someone else.
責任転嫁ってやつですか
Yes.
はい。
We're going to give the responsibility to a 外資系 expert.
Wow! 外資系のその仕事周りでのエキスパートの方。だからその就職関連でのプロの方に来ていただいてるんですね。
So we've invited Yuko Kono from shigotoeigo.biz, and she is a business English personal trainer. She's got a 25-year career working for 外資系 Terumi.
25年 ?25 年前は外資系企業があったのか、あったでしょうけど。もうだってもう黎明期みたいな。だって外資系企業って今では very popular, right? 外資系企業。But なんか way back like 25 years ago, we didn't. I don't think I knew the word. すごいですね。プロ中のプロの方じゃないですか。
And not small companies. We're talking some big names like Morgan Stanley. Do you know Siemens, the German electronics company?
Wow.
And most importantly, and very relevant to what we're going to talk about today, is she worked in HR recruiting. So,
はい。
shall we meet Kono-san?
Yes!
Let's do it. Kono-san, what shall I call you today?
Call me just Yuko.
Yuko.
ゆうこさん。ゆうこ。
Yuko.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming onto our podcast.
ねえ、本当今日はありがとうございます。お忙しい中
I'm
来て
very
いただいて。いや、本当こんなベテランの方のね、お話聞けるなんて。しかもずっと25年も外資系企業で働いてらっしゃった。
そうです。
Is it true?
はい。
すごい。だって25年前ってまだその外資系っていう言葉でもそんなに。
もうね、ポピュラーだったんだけれども。
ポピュラーでした。そうですか。そうですか。そうですか。
What do you call 外資系 in English?
That depends on how many countries the company covers. Sometimes I call them multinational companies or 外資系 foreign company.
Just foreign
Foreign
companies.
companies か。なるほど、なるほど。
So 25-year career, you're now an English personal trainer, business English personal trainer.
Right.
That's 25 years. Could you summarize in 90 seconds?
Okay. 90 seconds.
90秒って言われちゃうとね、緊張しちゃいますよね。すい
Could
ま
be
せんね。
exceeding it.
Okay, that's
And I worked for the companies for 30 years.
Okay.
Out of it, for 25 years, mainly served as a staff in recruiting and development,
Okay.
mainly for pharmaceutical and medical device industries.
What would that be? 医療関係?
医療関係。
製薬会社とかですか。
製薬会社、医療機器。And in the remaining 5 years, I served as a bilingual secretary.
Okay.
And studying at the University of London in psychology, master's degree for my expertise.
Okay. Oh, so you lived in London?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm from London. Which part of London did you live in?
Southeast. Because I was in the student hall. Very 貧乏でした。
サウスイーストは貧乏なの？
No.
私が貧乏。
BJ はサウスイースト。Are you familiar
no,
with the
so
part?
I am, but I'm from Northwest.
真逆やん。
Yeah, exactly. What would Southeast would be kind of like Chiba. Maybe.
Could be possible.
Whereas I'm kind of more from Hachioji.
八王子と千葉も確かに真逆ですもんね。東京
I
中
was
心に考えると
situated in New Cross.
Oh, very nice. Yeah.
So, right after graduating from the university, I joined the Japanese company as an assistant trainer in human resources. But in 3 years, I decided to be bilingual, looking for the future.
まず会社に入って3年後にバイリンガルになろうと
思いました。
思いましたと。
From zero. From
Not
zero.
zero, but I could. I was comfortable about the general conversation when you make a trip overseas. But I was not confident about business English.
Okay.
So I joined to the British Language School, International Language Center. It's withdrawn from Japan already, but that's famous high quality school. And you know the Prince Hero. Our current Tenno Emperor learned English before he went to
Cambridge.
Oxford.
Oxford, excuse me.
Oxford.
オックスフォードだよ BJ いや知らなかった。
大変失礼いたしました。
No, I bet it.
And in 3 years after becoming bilingual, I started working for Morgan Stanley and Baxter in my 30s. And after that, I went to London.
Can I stop you there? That's really inspiring to think, because often when we talk about people learning English, you're thinking about students, you're thinking about maybe high school students, but you actually made that decision mid-career.
Yeah.
I think that's quite inspiring that you can change like that.
確かに。もう
It was rare case in those days.
レアでしたやっぱり。
ねレアでした。
まあ学校に通って習ったんですか？それともそこで働いた
I
の？
was one of the staff to take care of my colleague from the UK.
So you didn't study English. You started to use English
Using
at
English.
workplace. なるほど。
So you actually put
So
yourself
being
in
paid
the...
salary and learn English for free.
There's a great book, which we won't talk about, called 4-Hour Work Week. And it's a really good... One of the concepts there is if you want to do something, get paid to do it. You know, if you want to learn how to run a bar, first work in a bar and just get the education paid. Anyway, we should talk about that book at another point. 4-Hour Work
はいはいはい。だからお金を払うんじゃなくて、お金をそれで稼ぐようにすればいいっていう話ですよね。
Okay, and then you moved to the...
After coming back to Japan from London, I had a position in Pfizer. One of the biggest pharmaceutical companies as a manager. And I was in charge of a variety of projects and mainly development and recruiting. That's my 40s. And after that, I joined Siemens. And covering the responsibility of 16 companies in terms of recruiting and development. But that was a hard job.
ほうほうほう。シーメンスで16社カバーしてたってどういうことですか？
Siemens had a group companies in Japan.
そういうことか。Wow.
But the job was too tough by making business trip abroad, overseas every month. So I thought, I would be dying if I continued this life.
そんなに忙しかったわけですね。
It's true. When I lived in Singapore,
Yes.
5 years, I had 3 business trips a month. And at the beginning, it's fun. You go to a hotel after 1 year.
私もなんかそれ聞いてて憧れますけど楽しそう。No, it's not that.
No
It's gonna kill you.
holiday, no vacation.
No vacation. 最初は楽しいけど、
Yeah.
そのうち大変死にそうになる。
So
Well-
you need to move on weekends.
Yeah.
ああ、そっか。じゃあ休みがないんですね。
Okay, so then you quit that and you decided to...
Start my own business.
Amazing.
おー
Yuko, why did you start your own business?
Yeah, there are two reasons. One reason is what I talked about right now, and the other is during working as a manager for many years, none of my colleagues or subordinates are positive about doing their business in English language.
Okay. They weren't positive.
No.
It was what, like a...
Oh, I can't do that. I cannot do that.
Okay.
When I asked them to give a presentation in English
wow.
at the senior board meeting, they rejected without trying. So
Okay.
I asked them, why can you tell you can't do that before trying it?
So you decided to start your own company and try to change that mentality.
Yeah, right.
Now, the reason we asked you in today, Yuko, is because we received some toyowases, some questions, inquiries from students about their careers in English. Can I read one out?
Yes, please.
Okay. Hello, 外資系裏技英語.
Hello.
No, I'm reading it out.
なんだね、これだってレターが来たから I'm saying hello.
Okay. I have a question. I love studying and using English, and I want to work overseas one day. I'm currently in graduate school in Japan. What do you recommend to achieve my goal? Should I try to apply for a job overseas, or apply for a job at Gaishike here I assume being Japan, or do 就職活動 job hunting, normally with a domestic company which has foreign offices, and then try to move positions or even jobs after a few years to get abroad? That was our inquiry. So, Yuko, telling me,
Yes.
this is what I replied.
You already replied?
Yeah, I had to.
ちょっと待って BJ. You said you were not an expert.
I know,
you
but
you were not an expert.
It came to Instagram, so I was worried they could see I've already read it. I didn't want to mushy. I didn't want to ignore it.
まあね、そっか。早く返信した方がいいって思って。返信しちゃったのね、BJ. So what did you reply?
Okay, this is what I wrote. So I said, apply for a domestic job, skill up, and then look to move.
まずは国内の仕事を探して、まあだから日本企業に就職して、スキルアップしてから転職する。
And now my reasons are, firstly, many foreign companies in Japan don't have large-scale new graduate programs.
日本にある外資系企業はあんまり新卒そんな採用してない。
So it might be easier to join a Japanese company.
まあまあ日本企業はね何百人と採用するところあるから、そういったところに入る方が簡単なのでは？
And then, however, there is a demand for English-speaking mid-career people in Tokyo, I feel. So I thought that, a mid-career move.
ミッドカリアだと英語の需要があると。
And then also, I was referencing my own career, which involved working for a domestic company in the UK and then being transferred here, which worked very nicely for me.
BJ の場合はまずは UK イギリスの国内企業で働いて、そこからトランスファーしたんだよね。
Yeah.
ということをインスタグラムでお返事した BJ.
Yeah.
So,
Kono-san, Yuko, was my advice correct?
I agree with you, BJ, to some extent.
Okay.
Because things have been changing.
Okay.
I'm sure to recommend this time to apply for the foreign company first. Because if you are smart or efficient with English proficiency, if you can speak and listen to English very well, you may have the chance to get promoted in your 20s.
Okay, so your advice would be, firstly, ignore BJ.
BJ のアドバイス違ったじゃん。
I don't mean it.
BJ ちょっ
And
とどうす Okay, sorry.
to some extent,
Okay.
that was a nice urawaza from Korno-san.
冗談。
But so ignore me and actually go in straight away to a gaishike.
Foreign
If I-
company in Japan.
Right.
日本にある
If I
外資系
would
の企業。
apply for the companies as a students now,
今だったら、河野さんだったら、日本にある外資系企業に新卒で入りますか？
And that's because you feel there's greater chance for progression.
progression or promotion.
Okay.
外資系企業 like when you say like foreign companies like
Yeah.
we have なんかマッキンゼーみたいなとかコンサルティング会社とか金融証券会社とかあるけども外資系のメーカーもあるじゃないですか。
And advertising agencies.
Oh yes, but なんか日本にある外資系のメーカーと、またその外資系のいわゆるコンサルティング会社とかってまたちょっと種類違うじゃない
So
ですか。
finance industry and
consulting.
consultancies are rough in culture.
ラフ
rough.
ラフなんだ。おうおう。
Very strict.
まあ
Yeah.
そうですよ
And
ね。
hard for the newly graduate people.
ゆうこさんがおすすめするのはいわゆるそういった
Maybe the manufacturers or
そういった外資系メーカーとか外資系の製薬会社とかのおすすめする。あ、そちらおすすめされるんですね。
そうなんです
I see.
And so if you say that gaishike, those companies have good chances for promotion progression,
Yes.
are you also saying that in a domestic company, those opportunities may not exist?
Right. If you join the domestic company as a new graduate, you need to wait until you turn 30 or so, because there seems to be they still have a seniority culture.
Okay.
そうですね。20代で昇進するか30代で昇進するか。
And changing the topic slightly, when you were working in HR, did you see any differences between foreigners and Japanese people in terms of interviewing?
Not in the interview,
Okay.
but I have some problems after they joined the company.
What kind of?
Because most of the Japanese people, employees, stick to their career in the same company once they get the job.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they have a more casual attitude compared to Japanese employees.
Okay.
Which is you think good or not good?
I maybe do the same way as the foreigner.
ああ、なるほど。
Because life is mine.
いや、そりゃそうや、本当そうですよね。
ね
自分の人生なんだから別に、
そうそうそう
ね、都合によってはやめたって、別にもっと、そんなずっと一生ここにしがみつかなきゃっていうマインドじゃなくても大丈夫なんですよね。
でもね、as a recruiter, I had a problem.
まあそうですよね。リクルートする側としてはね、困りますよ
it
ね。
pays. We need a lot of money to train them
Yeah.
right after their commencement.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if you leave the company within 5 years,
Yeah.
that can't pay.
Yeah, yeah, sure. そう
Okay.
で
You
すよ
don't
ね。
recoup your investment.
Recruiting is investment.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it doesn't pay if
Yeah.
they leave very early.
Okay. Kono-san, we always like to teach our listeners a really good phrase or an urawaza. So can we ask you for a phrase related to recruiting, HR, or interviewing that you think would be good for our listeners to learn?
そうちょっと河野さんから人事周りとかあとジョブインタビュー面接とかで使える英語の裏技フレーズこれ覚えておくといいよっていうフレーズを教えていただけますか？
はい。喜んで。
お願いします。
The good phrase is, can I ask you some questions about the company?
Can I ask you some questions about the company?
御社について質問よろしいでしょうか？
By waiting until the interviewer finished talking. So you need to wait.
You need to wait. So you wait and then you ask the question.
Right.
それは面接の終盤まで待たなきゃいけないってことですか？
I think it's better to wait.
あ、そうなんですね。
Because the statistics I saw 2 days ago on the TV, more than 80% of the companies that recruit new graduate
Yeah.
put the first priority in communication skills.
はは
And the skill includes not only talking,
Yes.
speaking,
Yes.
but the important thing is listening to other people. That's active listening.
Do you know what? We had that very same phrase with another guest, Shu Mator Post, who is the community director at WeWork, and he said an important skill he looks for is active listening.
アクティブスピーキングじゃないんですね。その8割以上の会社がやっぱりコミュニケーション能力を重視する時代で、コミュニケーションっていうとすぐにこう積極的に話さなきゃってつい考えがちですけど、そうじゃないと。もちろん話すのも大事だけど、それよりもちゃんと聞くことっていうことの方が大事なんですね。
And the stats data tells most of the companies put the first priority on the listening skills or communication skills
Yes.
for almost more than 16 consecutive years in Japan.
So the phrase itself is, can I ask a few questions about your company, or would you mind me asking a few questions about your company? In terms of English, that's very simple. But the urawaza isn't the phrase, it's the timing.
いや本当そうですね。このフレーズを覚えるのももちろん大事ですけども、このフレーズそのものよりもタイミングが大事だよね。まず相手の話をよく聞いて、後からこのフレーズを言うのであれば言うっていうタイミングが大事。
And also that phrase in itself works. Like you can obviously say, may I ask a few questions about Siemens? But actually it sounds almost more natural to say your company or the company. May I ask a few questions about your company? Is a very natural way to speak.
そうなんだ。
Yeah.
相手の会社の名前を出すんじゃなくて your company って言った方が natural.
Natural, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say it's more natural. Could I ask you a question as well? Because I think sometimes in interviews, if you wait too long, at the end of the interviewer will say something like, so do you have any questions?
最後聞かれますよね。
If you wait that long, that's too late.
Too late. Why?
Because I think when you actually get the right timing, you wait to the end, but then you bring it up yourself. Not only are you showing active listening skills, by taking that action yourself, you're showing proactivity, curiosity. Like if you wait for them to ask you, then it just seems like, oh, you're only doing it because I asked.
During the interview, if it's group interview, that's a very normal way.
Yeah.
You can show your attitude to be able to listening to other people while other candidates answering questions.
Okay.
That's very important. If you look up the ceiling and think about yourself only, interviewer can tell she or she's not interested in other people. And that's the problem to pass the first level of screening.
Oh, wow. How should I stay? Like, pretend like, not pretend だけど、pretend じゃないけども、やっぱり
そうよ。
一緒に受けてる人の話も顔を向けたりした方がいいですか？
顔を少し向けてうなずいたりしちゃったりし
なきゃいけない。
そうそう。
ぼーっと天井見てちゃダメだって BJ。
Yeah, can I say, I'm a stand-up comedian, Teremi is a comedian as well. Don't you feel sometimes when you do these shows, and there's lots of comedians, and maybe you've heard the jokes before,
Yeah?
it's important to also actively listen then as well. Because I'm talking to Ruben now. Do you find it's really annoying when one of the other comedians isn't listening to what's going on? And like they're on their phone, even if you're just laughing.
まあね、その一緒に出る芸人の他のネタもちゃんと見とくべきだよね。Yeah, I totally understand.
But some people don't. Some people are like on their phone. if you're nervous, it's understandable.
わかる。もうね、ライブ行ったら人のネタも見て勉強したりとか、まあさっきもだってね、your jokes can like double, right? So なんか
Yeah, you can
前に出たやつを you can pick that up and you can
use it
again.
Or the worst, sometimes in a show, Yuko-san, people in stand-up comedy, you talk to the audience. So you might say, oh, where you're from? And you say, and the person will answer, oh, I'm from Germany. And then you can be funny, that's good. And then the next comedian comes up, hasn't been listening, and asks the same question. And like they say, oh, where are you from? And they're like, well, I told you before, I'm from Germany. So active listening always is a very important skill.
Even in a comedy house, yeah.
And I'm the MC and the organizer, and I look at the behavior of people as well. And if you're not listening, you're not getting involved, sometimes I fire them.
いや、BJ 怖い。やだ、主催者の BJ さんに首切られちゃう、怖い。So you have to really listen.
Yeah.
You have to behave.
Behave.
Behave well.
Yeah. What kind of questions could you ask about a company?
I would ask the possibility to be transferred overseas in near future.
You think
After some years.
After some years. That's a good phrase, actually. It gives it's nice and vague.
Yeah. Not too direct.
Not too direct. What are the opportunities to be transferred abroad to another office in a few years?
And very polite way in Japanese.
Yeah.
In a few years. 先ほどの質問された方って、the person who gave us this inquiry, he or she wants to work overseas someday, right?
Yeah.
外資系のメーカーだと、新卒で入って海外で働けるチャンスっていうのは結構あるっていうことでいいんですか？
Not right after their commencement, but
まあそうですよね。
after some year.
なるほど。
They
After some years.
accumulated skills and knowledge and skills to deal with the people with different culture.
で、20代のうちに海外で働けるチャンスは大きい。
あると思います。
なるほど。
今はね、things has been changing.
Thank you so much for coming, Yuko. Where can our listeners find your website?
Maybe they can access my blog.
Blog, okay.
Blog.
yuko-san.com.
ゆうこさん。
San is number 3.
ゆうこさん。3。OK。
Yuko is spelled yuko3.com.
yuko3.com. And also, you've got 2 books that you've released. One is very much about TOEIC, I believe, but the other one really was interesting to me, and I think it's called 仕事の英語話す
今すぐ話すための123
123
from Subaru-sha.
from Subaru-sha.
Wow。123の何ですか？
Tips
Tips?
Yeah.
Wow.
Tips for learning practical English for business.
That's what
You've got
we want to-
123
Yeah. Especially for the hectic business person.
for the hectic
We
business.
need 100 more tips.
100 more tips, yeah.
外資系裏技英語もそこにたどり着くまでにあと100いりますね。
Okay.
123、123. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
That's
Wow.
it. And that can be found, I guess, in all bookstores and also on Amazon.
You can have them on Amazon. It's the most convenient way.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much for coming today, Kono-san, Yuko. I found it very interesting. I just want to take this moment to apologize to the listener who I gave the bad information to.
No, you didn't.
I kind of did. I told him to
Oh,
join.
sorry. Yeah, you did. ちょっと訂正のメッセージを送らなきゃいけないんじゃないの？ You have to send a message again
Yeah.
to ask him or her to ignore your previous message.
Yeah.
まあでもね、there's no absolute answers in this world. So,
That's true.
ね、
That's
だから
true.
もうその
And
人の
thank
数
you
だけ。
so much for having me here today. It's
Yeah.
my first podcast.
Wonderful. Well, hopefully in the future you can come again. I'm sure we're going to get some more.
I'm more than happy to.
Thank you very much, Yuko.
ね、ゆうこさん本当ありがとうございました。お忙しい中。
ありがとうございました
Thank you very much.
裏技英語 Business English is so hard 裏技英語 I need a new 技
Thank you very much for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Rate and review us on the podcast store. And also, if you want to practice English, download Cambly and use the code URAWAZA in kanji.
今日も外資系裏技英語を聞いてくださってどうもありがとうございました。SNS では裏技英語で Twitter、Instagram やっておりますので、ぜひフォローしてください。そしてポッドキャストのアプリでも評価とコメントの方をしていただけたら嬉しいです。星5つだと嬉しいななんつって、そしてですね Cambly というねネイティブの英語教師といつでもオンラインで英会話レッスンができるというアプリもダウンロードしていただいて、漢字2文字で裏技と入力すると15分間の無料レッスンが受けられるので、そちらもぜひ試してみてください。
And if you like the show, tell a colleague.